Okay, everyone, this is a new Blackboard Collaborate Ultra thing, and I'm new to it, so this is kind of a test run for me, as well as an opportunity to make sure that you get your information on your syllabus. So this is going to be Bio 208, the hybrid section that I'm teaching for the fall of 2017. You'll notice on what do you call it, on YouTube that I've made it available to, I'm going to make a new playlist folder that's going to be just material for this semester, and then all the old 208s videos, which you're welcome to view and listen to as well, just because I'm going to try to make a few little minor tweaks and updates to our slides and to our material, and then I'll make new videos to go along with that. Okay, so first thing we need to know is the semester starts Monday, August 21st. Our first time to meet for class is Thursday, and we meet at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in SW 104. Everybody needs to have access to a book. That means they need to have either a physical copy of the book, an electronic copy of the book, a borrowed book, some type of access to the book, chapters 19 through 28. And I would highly suggest you also have chapters 4, chapters 12, and 16, and 18 available. So that way, if you need to refer back to endocrine, nervous system, autonomic nervous system, or tissues, you can do so. All right. The Blackboard Collaborate sessions, I'll try to have these set up throughout the semester where I'll do the lectures, and then you're welcome to join me if you want to listen in real time. But most of you, I'm assuming, are going to be busy or tied up, and that's why you're in this hybrid class. So you'll just need to watch these on your own. You can watch them as many times as you want, over and over, and you can either do it through the Blackboard Collaborate recording through the Blackboard site, or you can do it through YouTube. Okay, so these are just, again, everything through STLCC is through Blackboard. If you don't have a computer at home, you can use computers at the campus. And for attendance, I expect you to attend every lab. I expect you to show up ready to go and have watched the videos related to the organ system that we're then having the lab on. All right. If you have any testing accommodations, send me your paperwork. For cell phones, again, when you're in class, give your attention to me. If you need to use your cell phone, that's fine. But just try to keep all the personal, non-school related things that are on your phone out of the out for the 2 hours you're in lab with me. If something comes up with kids, I mean, of course, you can use your cell phone and take care of that. I do not want any cell phones out during lab exams, so you need to have those in your backpack. Otherwise, you would potentially be getting a 0. All right. Grading is pretty self-explanatory. In this class, you're going to have 4 lecture exams, and we will have those lecture exams with the other classes that I teach in the face-to-face environment. So you will join them on either the Monday, the Wednesday, or the Friday. And there's 2 times you could come, between 11 and 11:50 or 12 and 12:50. If you can't make that, then we're going to set up an online way to take the test. Because we need to ensure the test is closed book, we may have to have you pay for a service where someone will watch you while you take your test. So it'll require you to have a camera to set that up. Kelly Roberts does this, so it's a system. She hasn't been here, so I'm going to have to figure out what she uses. A third option will be you can come in and take it with our secretary here at the biology office. But again, ideally, you want to come in with the other 2 classes, come in on near to the time the other 2 classes are taking it. Maybe you take it with the secretary, but if you can't make it to campus, you'll have to pay for a service that then gives you the test and will ensure that you're not using other websites, using notes, things that you're not supposed to have when you're taking the test. Okay, so lab exams, of course, will be during our designated lab time, and there's 3 lab exams. There shouldn't be 4 lab exams. So we'll have 3 lab exams, and then we are going to have quizzes, and the quizzes will be through Blackboard. Quizzes are open note, open book, but they are closed friends. So you're not to have them take them as groups. You're not to talk about them. And we will set up our quizzes for the semester in class when we meet. So when we meet for lab the first day, we're going to set our calendar. I'm going to let you choose how many quizzes you want, and I'm going to let you choose some of the deadlines, due dates, so that way we make sure it all goes. My general policy is I don't do makeup test. So again, the option for the online test is going to be something you're going to have to pay out of pocket and set up and do. And then for lab exams, if you can't make it to our lab at 2, the only other option would be to come earlier in the day and take it with the other class, but I don't do lab exams either. So you are making a commitment to class, so you need to make a commitment to the time. I understand things come up and I have a way to handle that, but for the most part, you need to make this is your job and you need to come and take the tests and assessments when they're on the calendar to take. Okay. Grading scale withdrawal, you have until, I think it's what, not April 14th, like November something. I must have grabbed the wrong syllabus. Let's see, did I grab the wrong syllabus? Yeah, this is not spring. Okay, so let's see if I can basically find another file, the right file. I must have grabbed the wrong one. Here it is. And we'll get to the most important information, which is your dates for test and labs. All right, so most of this is the same information. You can see. For those of you that are interested in doing honors program contracts, there's a new honors coordinator. She has a different policy, so you have to do all of this before October 6th. So if you're interested in doing honors, you need to talk and go to that session. It's all in the syllabus, so print this off. All right. Again, we have 3 labs. You'll have online quizzes, and you'll have 4 exams. All right. Lab, the general rule is girls need to have their hair out of their face, so you probably need to always have a rubber band tie, something that can pull your hair out of your face, and you need closed-toed shoes. And for the most part, if you're dressed up really nicely, you know, if we're doing any kind of dissections or wet lab work, you might just want to have something you can throw over your nice clothes. Okay, no food, drink, gum, anything is acceptable in the lab. Again, you're potentially hoping that the class before you, class after, the AMP1 students clean the lab, and they don't always do that. Plus, you know, the little bit of chemical, the little bit of dissection stuff, you don't want to get that on you or ingest it. So no food or drink. I am very firm on that policy. If you need to eat or drink, you can step out into the alcove right outside of the lab and keep your food items either right outside the door or in your backpack. It's where I don't want to see you eating or drinking. Okay. We are going to use a lot of course content. Our backup plan is going to be, of course, to come back to Blackboard, come back to just using the book, read the book, and look at the slides. And then you can always look at the old YouTube videos if I can't get the videos to upload or whatever. And then you can always come to the other lecture classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, schedule permitting, if you can make an 11 to 11:50 lecture or a 12 to 12:50 lecture. Okay, and you got to have some minimal ability to use the computer for this class because it's a hybrid class. If you need me, of course, I'm typically going to be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I teach at 9, 11, and 12, so best time would be to send an email, and I'll either check it between 10 and 11 and get back to you, or I'll check it first thing in the morning. And then on Thursdays before lab, I am in lab at 8 to 10 and 12 to 2. So I do have an office hours from 10 to 12. So again, just let me know. Email. If you want to call, you can call my office number. All right. I don't usually give up my cell phone numbers, but we will do a phone list on our first day. So that way you can always call your other classmates and ask them. Maybe they can help you with the question if you don't get in touch with me in time. Okay. Okay, so your goal before our first meeting, which is on Thursday of week 1, is to review this video and then to start watching your chapter 19 videos, which I'm going to start making hopefully on Monday. Okay, so you have those videos to watch, chapter 19 and syllabus. You need to start also looking at chapter 20. When you come to lab on Thursday, we will need to set up when we're going to schedule at least 3 quizzes between now and your first exam, which will be October 2nd. And we'll also look at some other paperwork we have to get accomplished. All right, so our first test is tentatively scheduled for October 2nd. And again, you have the option to come to the class. You have with the other class, which will be 11 or 12. You can, if you can't make those 2 times, and we can set up something with the secretary. Again, the secretary only works from 8 to 4, so it's still during the day. So if you can't make a time in that window to come and take it with the secretary, then we'll set up an online test taking time. And during that time, you'll have to make arrangements with the site that I'll get the information from Kelly Roberts, and they will watch you as you take your test. Okay. Once we're done with that first exam, then we'll move into our second block of material, and the same rules apply. You need to watch the videos, come to lab ready to go, and then that test will be on October 25th. Again, taking it with the other class, take it with the secretary during business hours, or you'll have to make arrangements to pay and have it done online. And then the third test will be your cheat sheet test. So that one's going to be a little bit faster turnaround, and we can talk about that in lab. And then the last block is another important block where, again, it's going to be you need to come ready to class, ready for lab, and you need to be ready to take the test during finals week. Okay? All right, and I think finals week, I will be giving a test on the Monday of finals week and the Friday of finals week. So you'll need to probably make arrangements to come either the Monday or the Friday. Okay. Now for the lab schedule is basically set. We're going to have 3 tests, so it's the 6 weeks, then 5 weeks, and then 4 weeks. Okay. Actually, it's 5. I think it's 5 weeks. We get a week off with Thanksgiving, just so you know. So it's like 6, 5, 5. All right. Need to read chapter 19 because everything we're going to do in lab on day 1, right after we do a little bit of housekeeping, 20, 30 minutes into class, is hematology, related to what are the components of the blood, what are the cells of the blood, how do we identify them. So come ready to work. So come with chapter 19 already in your pocket. If you have any questions from chapter 19's reading, from the slides that are available for your viewing, and then eventually from the lecture, I will post an updated lecture, but you can always look back at the old lecture that is already listed in the 208 playlist. Come with those questions. Okay, so lab time, expect to be there until at least 3:30, 3:45, 3:50 the whole time, because if you have questions, you need to raise them during that time. All right, first lab exam is all the cardiovascular. Second lab exam is lymphatics, respiratory, and digestion. And the third one is urinary and reproduction and our rat dissection. So at this point, come to class Thursday, questions from chapter 19. Chapter 19 has been read. Videos related to chapter 19 have at least been viewed or mostly viewed. And you're ready to fill out your lab safety material. You're ready to fill out a phone sheet so we can share. And then if y'all as a class need to come to some decisions about quiz dates that you're going to take quizzes online. And then you need to come to some decision on if y'all are going to have like a class page, if y'all want to do a reminder thing or something to help each other out. All right, I will see you then on Thursday, and have a good weekend and enjoy the eclipse.